Hello, my people. It's Couch Kyle Evans again, and I'm here to deliver part two on time. If you did not watch part one, gotta have you stop, pause, click over here, find part one on wasting time, managing time, and watch that whole thing. Again, you cannot fix the time you're spending if you don't know where you're currently spending it. It's like trying to fix your budget, but you don't know where you're spending. Go back, learn, come back to this video once you've done that exercise for video number one. And if you have done that, I applaud you. Thank you so much. You are on a path to finding more time and doing the things that you're passionate about. So I said yesterday that after you figure out where you have time that you thought you didn't, I was going to give you the secret, the formula to planning your time better, to utilizing your time to achieve the things that you want to achieve with that time. And it's three simple things, and I call it era. You know, the definition of an era is a period of time. It could be long, it could be short, but it's your period of time. That's why I call it your era, where you're setting a goal, or you're using your time to find and produce an action, whether it's building your business or improving your relationship. That's going to be a distinct era in your life, and the fact that you're taking time now to deal with that and make the time and make it a priority, it's a pretty distinct thing. So that's why I call it an era. This is your era. This is your time. Alright, so era is E-R-A. Option, first step is E, which is your end result, basically. Just what's the end? If you don't know what the end is, how do you start? How do you even begin working towards it if you don't know what your ultimate goal or outcome is going to be? So with the end result in mind, you can then start to work backwards. Otherwise, you get in that situation, where a lot of people say, well, how do you tell successful people? Because I know people who have millions of dollars and they're still not happy. It's because those people with millions of dollars haven't figured out what their end result in life is yet. They're still in their era, but they have not defined step number one, your E. What is the end result? What is enough money to be retired? What is a perfect relationship? What does something look like? Again, like I said yesterday, you can't fix it until you know what's broken. You can't accomplish something unless you know what it would look like once it's accomplished. So starting with your end result is going to be step number one. Step number two, R. Alright? R is for what reasons do you have to accomplish this, to use your time to do this. My favorite example is something that resonated with me back when I was working at a particular job. And a lot of times when you have a job, you typically don't look for a job. And then suddenly something will come up and you'll lose your job, or your job will be ending. Even though you've wanted to look for a job, well, the end result was kind of there. I want a better job, but the reasons why were not strong enough yet. All of a sudden, when you don't have a job and you got bills to pay or kids to feed or stuff like that, that are your reasons. That list goes from this to this. And as soon as you have enough reasons, enough compelling conviction to accomplish something, then you can come and go to step three, which is an era, which is the A, which are the action items that you need to take to accomplish it. A lot of times people, for example, will try to lose weight. Their end result is to lose 10 pounds. But most of the time people skip the reasons and they go straight to the action. Okay, so if you start with lose 10 pounds and your action item is go run 10 miles or go running in general, and you've never run before, and you go running day one and you get blisters on your feet and you say, screw this, I can't run, I quit, and you go back and you go to Denny's and get a Grand Slam, that's not going to work very well for you, is it? But if you go and your end result was not to run 10 miles or however many miles you ran, your end result was to lose 10 pounds, and your reasons were to be more fit, more attractive, more flexible, and you found all these things, you could find better action items to fit all of these reasons that will produce your end result. So again, start with the end in mind, then you take R and go through as many reasons as possible. And if you can't come up with at least 10 reasons of why you want to do something, it's not going to be compelling enough to create your action item list and go through it. Okay, so make sure your results or your reasons will create your end result. So the most compelling part of your era, of this time that you're going to spend, is the result, the reasons. Sorry, I keep saying results because I've conditioned myself to believe that the reasons will produce the results. The reasons will produce the end, not the actions. The actions are just the steps to take. But if you don't know why you want to take those steps, you don't have a compelling enough reason. Just like if you lose your job, you've got a lot of reasons why you gotta create that end result. But if your reasons are, I just want a better job, taking the actions aren't going to get you there. Okay? So today's a short, simple, sweet little video because it's a short, simple, sweet little step. If you want to change this era of your life, ERA. Go with the end result first. Come up with compelling reasons. And then once you have enough reasons, you can create your action items to produce that end result. But you have to have enough reasons. Okay? As always, Life Coach Kyle Evans here. If you want some help, if you know somebody that may need some help, recommend, share, like, comment, and as always, live and love consciously.